And this is Powerscourt. And we're just in the main foyer area of Powerscourt. And this is a big display board listing all about the gardens and the house. So there's views, designed gardens, elegant or exciting sculptures, fascinating plants, vibrant colours, fine trees, and this is the price list here. So this is Powerscourt out the back, full of statues, full of hidden treasures. Classical statues all over the place, and it was Apollo, Diana, Fame and Victory. There's a bit of Renaissance Italy brought to Wicklow, and the two families involved in this place are the Wingfields, I think it is, and the Slassengers. And they've resurrected the place, resurrected the gardens and the inside of the house, which burnt down in 1974. And it's taken 40 years to refurbish the house again. And they've done an absolutely fabulous job. This is Diana the Huntress. And here's the view that you're getting from the top of the steps down towards the Triton Pond. And way back in the distance to Sugarloaf Mountain. And there's another two Canadian folks we were talking to earlier, and this is Apollo. The Wingfields lived here for 350 years from Queen Elizabeth's time, Queen Elizabeth I's time, and then the property was sold to the Slassengers, and that's who operate it now. But the present owner, the present guy Wingfield, is a direct descendant of the Wingfields from back then. So the place is now open to the public, and since it was refurbished and opened, 7 million visitors have come through here. And the architect responsible for Powerscourt is Richard Cassels. And there's 1,000 acres here, so we'll not cover all of that today. There's 47 acres of garden, and we've also got in here we've got the long garden, which has the longest herbaceous border in the whole of Ireland. And I thought the one at Botanic Gardens was long, but actually this one beats it hands down. this is just one of these gardens located here. I mean, there's just so much to see here. Oh, there's a few tortoise shells. And this is Michelangelo, and this is Cellini, and this is Da Vinci, and this is Sanzio. In memory of my mother Julia, eldest daughter of the second Earl of Leicester, who died 1931, Powerscourt. And Powerscourt House, never mind the gardens, is ranked as one of the top 10 houses and mansions in the world by Lonely Planet. Plants and the trees taken from all over the world and brought here. And these sculptures were brought from all over the world as well. And Powerscourt Gardens have been listed as being number 3 in the world's top 10 gardens, and they've been listed as this by the National Geographic. So this is a place to come to, folks. If you're into gardening, and most people are. And we're looking at these things here. These are acanthus. And they look very strange. I think these are just big thistles. We thought these were something else there, but I think they're just big thistles. If you're into your botany and your plants and stuff, definitely the place to come to. We are underneath the Sugarloaf Mountain. And this is the pet cemetery. And the Wingfields and the Slossingers both adore pets, and all their pets are buried in here. It's not amazing. And it's the biggest pet cemetery in the whole of Ireland. Look at this. Here lies Tinker, terrier, pet of Guy Wingfield, died 1963, 10 years, age 10, Taffy Topaz. Wire-haired dachshund. Pet of Michael Schlesinger, died 1964, age 7. Rusty, miniature long-haired dachshund. Pet of John Schlesinger, died 1964, age 9 years. And there's a whole stack of them. There's a wee pony. Pony again. Hack, favourite hack. Shetland pony. And there's cocker spaniels and all sorts of faithful friends. It's not nice. Wee memory to them. This is the Triton Lake. The tiered Italian gardens from up at the top stop at the winged horses, and in behind me is in the Japanese garden. So this is the Japanese garden, and it does look good. There's a guy down there doing a bit of maintenance. Last major addition to the gardens, 1908. There's the stone seat. I think it's the stone seat up there. Love the weeping willow. Isn't that beautiful? Big fly here, dragonfly. And this is just a sweep round the Japanese garden again, and the gardens of the entire estate. 100 gardeners were employed for a period of about 6 to 8 years to get the gardens up and running, and now they employ just 8 or so gardeners for the entire gardens, the upkeep of. So huge amount of work required to maintain these gardens, and of course originally to set them up. And as I said, a Japanese garden was one of the last ones to be built, 1908. And this was the sort of wee private garden, wee secretive garden. And this is the Troll Bridge, just overlooking the Japanese garden there. And these are the 2 winged horses. And horses live in a field. So we've got winged horses, wing field.
This is not my big side.
And here's more significant statues, very Greek classical. Looks like a sundial, I don't know. There's a bit of a sundial, and I must look this up. Horas non numero nisi serenas. The translation of this Latin inscription here is, I count only the sunny hours. And the steps up here, the stone mosaic steps, would remind you of Funchal in Madeira. Oh, here's a mosaic. Some amount of work.
Look at those pots.
And each pot is individual here. And there's dozens of them around the place. So we're nearly back up to where we came out. And the guy's mowing the grass. Exactly. Going over to what is called the Pepper Pot Tower. And you could understand why this was called the Pepper Pot Tower. It looks like a castle out of a chessboard. And it's ringed by a circle of cannon. Now whether these are authentic I just don't know, but I would see what it says on some of them. CHG and Co. Now, there's no date on it. In fact, I don't see a date. Yeah. I don't, well, that's not a proper date. This one seems to have a crest on it. 3rd of the nothing, 19. Don't know what that means. 1808. Well, these cannons appear to be authentic. And you can actually climb this. So some of these cannons actually were used by the Spanish Armada. They are authentic, they are real. And this tower was built by the 8th Lord Powerscourt, and it was just a play tower for his children, to amuse his children. And it was based on a pepper pot that was on his dining room table. It's not hilarious. And it offers views over the whole estate. Oh my goodness gracious. And you're getting a bird's eye view here. Hello? Yes, well, I'll get it again. And there's the big house. And there's the Sugarloaf Mountain once again, dominating over everything. I wonder if there's any climbers or walkers on it. I'm sure there are. There's a cairn up at the top. Is there somebody moving up at the top there?
Yeah, I think there is.
I think there is too. Very good. This is an amazing accolade for Powerscourt. Come and see Powerscourt House and Gardens for yourself. Entrance, I think it's about €15 or something like that, and it's well worth paying the money. I love these busts of, I think they're Roman emperors. Julius Caesar et al. Maybe Augustus Caesar.